Ever walk by like a dumpster and it's just rank
Yeah.
and you're like, whoa, that's got to be toxic, right? Like,
Yeah.
can't be good to breathe that in.
Yeah.
Turns out our ancestors, like way back, they kind of took that feeling to a whole other level.
Yeah.
That's what we're diving into today. Miasma theory, all that jazz.
Miasma.
You sent us some cool stuff on it.
Yeah, it is really interesting stuff, actually.
So the belief that bad air equals disease.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's wild is, for how long did people believe this? It wasn't just a blip, right?
I know, like centuries.
Centuries.
Centuries. This was like the dominant theory
Wow.
of disease.
Okay, so we're talking way before, like, microscopes and all that.
I mean, think about it. You can't see germs,
Right?
but you can smell
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure.
like something awful.
Especially back then, I bet.
Oh, absolutely.
So you walk past, like, an open sewer,
Yeah.
you get a whiff of that, and then, a couple days later...
You feel awful.
You feel awful. You're like, well...
Must have been that smell.
It's the smell, right? It's gotta be.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, like, how far back are we talking? Who are the big names that were on board with this miasma idea?
Well, I mean, you're talking about like the giants of early medicine, right?
Okay.
Hippocrates, he was all about it.
Oh, wow.
Galen, too. I mean, these were heavy hitters.
Yeah, they were.
And they saw what seemed like pretty strong evidence, right?
Okay.
Swamps, decaying matter,
Mm-hmm.
often went hand in hand with, outbreaks of disease.
Right, right.
So it's like, okay, well, what's the common denominator?
Yeah.
Like smelly air.
It's going to be the smell, right? Like, it's the obvious conclusion.
It seems pretty straightforward.
So, okay, everyone thinks bad air equals sickness, right? What does that even mean for, like, how people lived? I mean, did they just, like, accept that breathing was dangerous?
Well, in a way, they kind of did,
Really?
but it's more like they tried to control the smell.
Okay.
So they figured, okay, if we get rid of the stench, we get rid of the disease.
Makes sense, I
Yeah.
guess.
So you start seeing these big public health initiatives.
Like, what kind of things are we talking?
Oh, like in London, 19th century, they had those awful cholera outbreaks.
Whoa, yeah.
Just devastating. And everyone's blaming miasma.
Right.
Bad air. So they're like, we got to clean the city up.
Okay.
And I mean, they went for it.
Like what? Sewers?
Sewers, yeah. Better sanitation. They really made some big changes.
Wow.
Trying to get rid of those smells.
So, hold on. They were wrong about miasma.
Right.
But all that cleaning up actually helped.
Ironically, yeah, they were onto something without realizing it.
That's kind of amazing.
Right, because cleaning up the filth, improving ventilation, it does reduce the spread of disease.
Okay.
They just didn't know it was the bacteria they were tackling, not the smell itself.
Wow, that's such a weird, like, accidental discovery.
Total fluke, right?
Yeah, total fluke.
But hey, it worked.
Okay, but eventually we figured out about germs, right? So how did that happen? Like, who started to question this whole bad air idea?
So there's this guy, John Snow,
Okay.
kind of a legend in epidemiology.
Oh, okay.
He was in London during, you guessed it, another cholera outbreak.
Ugh, those poor people.
I know, but he was meticulously tracking cases,
Okay.
like mapping them out,
Uh-huh.
And what he found was huge.
What was it?
It wasn't the bad air.
No?
No, it was a contaminated water pump.
Oh, wow.
That was the source.
That's some, like, Sherlock Holmes stuff right there.
Right. He connected those dots, and it was a game changer.
Yeah.
Because now you're not just blaming the smell. You're looking for something hidden, something in the water.
Wow. So he's like the OG, like, disease detective.
Absolutely. He was way ahead of his time.
And that kind of cracked the door open for, like, germ theory.
Exactly. It's like, okay, if it's not just the air, then what else could it be?
Right, right.
Enter the microscope.
Okay.
And these two guys, Pasteur and Koch,
I've heard of them, but, like, vaguely.
they basically showed the world that, yeah, they're these tiny little creatures that cause disease.
Oh, wow.
Bacteria, viruses, all that stuff.
It all makes sense now.
Right. And that was it. Germ theory revolutionized everything.
So we went from blaming bad smells to, like, actual science.
Exactly.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
It really is, yeah.
But, it's funny because even though miasma was wrong, it kind of did some good.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like a happy accident.
In a way, yeah. I mean, think about it. Those early public health efforts, they were fighting the wrong enemy, but they still made a difference.
It's wild how that works out sometimes.
Right. It's like sometimes you stumble onto the right answer,
Yeah.
even if you're going about it the wrong way.
It makes you wonder, what are some of the assumptions that we hold today that might be shaping our world? For better or worse, you know?
Oh, that's a great question.
It's something to think about, right?
It really is.
What's our miasma, you know? What are we getting wrong for the right reasons? Something to ponder. I think we'll leave it there for today.
Yeah, lots to think about.
Until next time.